What do you think? What's your opinion now, being this far, your second playthrough, almost finishing it? Like, you've been the devil's advocate. What do you think?
Still, I know it's a weird argument to make, but it feels good to play. I mean, like, it's not fun to get knocked around, but when you're not getting knocked around, it's fun to control the character.
That's so rare, though.
Well, I mean, like, right now I'm doing it.
Yeah, because there aren't really any enemies. I see one down there. This level has been a lot more lenient with the enemies. This level took the enemy placement that I think the rest of the game should have had, where, yeah, there's some enemies, sometimes they're like 3, 4 on screen, whatever. There doesn't need to be literally countless enemies on screen at all times, which is what it has been a lot, just literally countless.
Yeah, sometimes I mean, like in that first level, like whoa, what is this? Is this a boss? Oh God, I think this is a boss.
No, no, bosses. I hate watching the boss battles more than anything. It's not even completely you. It's because the bosses suck. Isn't this just a big enemy? I think I recognize
I don't
this
know.
enemy.
I don't see its kill me button. It might just be its tail, but nothing's orange.
Did you come up with kill me button?
Not entirely. I don't remember where it came from.
I've never heard anybody else say it but you.
It was
But you,
it was in reference to, I think, a Nintendo game.
I see orange.
Oh, there we go. I got it. I can't get in the robots because the Tiang will drain too fast.
Yeah, you only have like 1,500.
Really low. And if I get too close, which I'm gonna have to right now, I'm
Yeah,
gonna get totally blasted. Well,
just blast this boombasty boy.
I just got blasted. I need to get this laser rifle. Oh,
Oh, the laser rifle, the best weapon in the game.
ah, the greatest weapon.
Oh, the greatest hug.
It's mainly just been you using the machine gun like the whole game. Like this game's weapon variety sucks my ass as well.
Yeah,
It
at least it's
what
not
do you,
the conduit. There is one. I think there was like one gun in that game.
never heard of it. What is that?
It's like everyone was like, if the Wii, if someone was bad mouthing the Wii and said it had no like games for adults, someone would say, "Hey, there's the Conduit. It's
Oh
an
yeah, you were
M-rated
talking.
game." Yeah,
Yeah, you were talking about that the other day. We were thinking of games to let's play.
yeah, it's not very good. I've never beaten it because I just couldn't.
Because you've never beaten any game.
Well, no, that's not true. You've
Obviously,
seen
you're
all like
exaggerating.
half of the games on my channel have been
Dude,
beaten.
check out my list, okay?
Yeah.
I published this list in Xerox. I've been Xeroxed. Anybody that gets that reference, I'll blow them.
Oh.
You've seen the show that I'm referencing, but I'm sure you don't remember it. It's not even like a memorable moment.
Do you know?
It's
Will you tell me what show it is?
it's home movies, folks. You dragged it out of me.
All right, now I don't know where to go. I want one of those waypoints.
Don't we all?
It's come to that point. It's come to that waypoint where
It's
I need
come
one.
to that perfect point where you got to hit that perfect meatball. I hate these fucking like bloated enemies. Like they really are bloat flies. Remember them from New Vegas, the bloat flies?
Yeah, they won't stay still for half of a second for me to shoot them.
I've noticed. Like yeah, these bloat fly things. They really are bloated. They don't fucking stay still. And if they have men enemies, there's just 5 million of them. And they have them where, like, there's one off in the distance just fucking shooting missiles at you infinitely.
I really want to know where I'm supposed to go now. And every time I try, this is the worst possible weapon I could have to fight these things.
What, the rocket launcher?
Yeah. Okay, that was just a coincidence that he ended up in the line of fire.
I killed him, but it was by pure coincidence.
This is seriously... I'm getting kind of anxious here. If I don't get to this waypoint, I might bite it.
Yeah, and then another issue with this is your
What?
health is like, well, your TEing, not necessarily your health, is constantly draining. So if you can't fucking find the point of progression, then you just die because you ran out of time, which is fucking gay.
Please don't say that.
Like that
Like,
chef.
it's all. Check out the chef, right? Right?
I know, right?
I didn't start hearing people say "I know, right" till I lived in Hawaii, but obviously people said it outside of Hawaii because when I moved to Utah later, every little motherfucker was saying "I know, right." I guess in Arkansas, where I lived prior to that, they're just now starting to say it because it's like 30 years behind the rest of the country. I know, right? That's a new thing people say.
This is... I mean... Sometimes you just, like, miss one or two, and then, like, they build up, and eventually
I've
you're just
noticed
completely
that.
swamped.
I cannot believe this. Just carry the Let's Play without me. Hang on.
I am trying to get this waypoint. I'm almost there. There we go. Okay, now I know where I'm supposed to go, and I have more Tang. This Let's Play is pretty heavy, bro. Oh, I'm not a fan of that. I wish he had told me how long he would be gone. Alright. Is this where I'm supposed to go? It doesn't even look like we're like an entrance or an exit. I don't see... Okay, on the map there, it shows the yellow arrow, which I guess is the waypoint. But it doesn't look like this is the way to get to it. I think I'm supposed to go down here in this hole, and it twists around. I am really in bad shape here. I need any kind of weapon. Yes, even a laser rifle. I just need to make it so that I don't accumulate enemies. And that's going to be a problem with all of these giant jellyfish. Giant jumbo jellyfish.
Yes, a giant jumbo jellyfish.
And there's more? Are more coming from the sky? Why is there a shadow of one on the ground there? Oh, because it's inside the rock, of course. No wonder I can't find enemies. They're just hiding in the scenery. I am really working to conserve this Tang now. This is not gonna work, me having this laser rifle for so long. I need something that really... I don't want to get in a mech now.
What? Why not?
Because the Tiang will run out, and here are more of these squid boys.
I hate that I just have to be home completely alone to not be fucking bothered.
Yeah.
I want that fucking apartment complex to call me the fuck back so I can move the fuck out and not have my door knocked on at all fucking times. I would have been back a lot sooner, but of course I couldn't like sit my headset on this part of my dresser I always sit on, so it just falls on the damn floor.
Okay.
This is good commentary, right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's life. Life makes for good commentary.
I just want to move out so goddamn bad. I need to move out.
I needs me to move out.
I can afford to move out for the first time in my life, so please, for the love of God, can I move out? That fucking dyke that was at the reception desk that I gave all that paperwork to will not call me back. Well, maybe my background and credit check isn't done with, but neither of those are bad. I've killed many people, sorry.
That's not bad.
Actually, I have a story that I don't think I told you that might be interesting for the Let's Play.
So for Let's Play.
Yeah, I'm saving it for Let's Play. That's been a joke for like 4 years now. But anyway, to apply for an apartment complex. Oh no, a boss. To apply for an apartment complex, you have to fill out an application form. It costs money for them to even look at it. So I had to go to the bank to take out a cashier's check for $25. Cashier's check so that you can't cancel it. And the teller at the bank looked at me like I was fucking stupid. I don't know why I didn't even do anything embarrassing there. But well, I had finished most of the paperwork, but when I went into the office at the apartment complex, I said, look, some of this I just didn't know the answer to. I really hate filling out paperwork. I didn't say that, but I do. I fucking hate paperwork. It's one of my most hated things to do ever. I fucking hate paperwork. I always fuck something up. I couldn't have made a worse first impression with that woman. I made myself look so goddamn stupid. At one point, it's you have to put like what race you are for whatever reason, and of course I just checked white. Well, because I just saw white and immediately checked it. Apparently, there's a part at the top where you have to specify whether or not you are Hispanic or not. It says Hispanic, and then the other choice is non-Hispanic. She pointed at the non-Hispanic one, but where her finger was, I thought she meant, you know, check the one that says Hispanic, so I fucking did. And then, are you still there?
Yeah, so now you're
Okay.
Hispanic.
Yeah, and then she was like, no, and she got like really frustrated. She's like, no. Okay, cross that out in initial and then check here. So I crossed it out initial and then proceeded to check the exact same box. And then she was like, no, and she took the paper and crumpled it up, and she was like about to throw it. Then she I saw her like stop herself, and she's like, are you Hispanic? And I just started laughing, and I was like, no. And then she kind of laughed, and I started laughing and said, okay, you keep checking the one that says Hispanic. And I was like, well, I didn't even read it. I was just looking at where your finger was. She's like, well, read it. And basically she wanted to say, well, read it, dumbass. But she didn't. And so then I filled that one out right. But then there was one that said, there was a part that I filled out earlier. It said like the amount of money you have in your bank account, and then like about the amount of money you make in a year. Well, I switched those.
Oh.
And so she said, you have like over $20,000 in your bank account right now? And I was like, no. And she's like, well, that's what you put. And I was like, oh, that's about what I make in a year-ish. Because I said, I don't know exactly, but she's like, well, give a rough estimate, just don't go like way over. And I was like, I don't know, about a little over 20,000. And she was like, okay, we'll put that. Well, then I wrote that in the wrong box. And then she was like, no, and grabbed the paper and crumpled it up and had to fill it out all over again.
She probably thought you were mentally handicapped.
She thought I was a fucking idiot, I could tell. I didn't come off as mentally handicapped. I came off as a dumbass. And there was more to it that I can't remember. But at one point, like you have to show, normally for most places you have to show about 2 pay stubs just to show you've made money that month. Well, this place required 6. When I was printing them at work, I don't know how this happened, I ended up with 15 pay stubs. And I didn't even notice, and I'll admit that while I was at work printing those pay stubs, I was not sober. And while I was talking to her, I was, let's say, 40% sober.
Oh, Wes.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I'm 100%
Wes.
I'm 100% sober right now. Excuse me. Ironically, I was not just taking a hit.
I was gonna say, are you sure you're not pulling a dank cloud?
I'm pulling a dank cloud right now. There's just always there's a dank cloud everywhere. around me, but
All
so
around me.
when she was looking at the pay stubs, at first she was like, dude, you only needed like 6. And I said, well, there's only like 6 there. Because I don't know, my brain was up my ass. You know, and she's like, no, this is like, and then she started going through and she's like, is this for the entire year? And I was like, I don't know. And then she was like, this is 15 pay stubs. And I was like, well, some of those might be duplicates. So I was trying to save myself. And then she scoffed in this way that was like, no, you're a dumbass. I can't even, like...
I
can't
do
even...
this kind of thing every day.
It's not like I'm never stupid, but I have never come off so stupid. And as I walked out of that office, I was like, I just seem like a fucking imbecile to her. Like, I just seem like this really stupid person she met today at work.
She's got a story of her own now.
And at first I was like pretty self-conscious about it. Now I just don't give a shit. That dyke can think I'm stupid.